right, welcome. I'm Joco, and joining with me always is the lovely Haylee.
Hi.
This is the Animunchies podcast where we talk about life and food in Southern California from here in LA all the way to San Diego and in between. Flip on that nerd switch, talk about gaming, anime, and Haylee's one and only specialty, K-pop.
K-pop.
And boy, do we have something to talk about for K-pop today. So hope everyone's doing well. animunchiesla@gmail.com is where you could always drop a line, say hi to us, ask some questions, give us some recommendations, help us with stuff to talk about. And I think we usually go with what? Food, right?
Food.
So there's actually a food spot that we went to recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in this, technically it is ramen, right? Ramen related.
Yeah, it's a class of ramen.
It's a class of ramen. It's not sukemen, which is my favorite, but
it's called Mazemen ramen.
Mazemen.
Oh, well, Mazemen, I guess. Not even
Mazemen. Yeah. So, do you want to kind of what is Mazemen, Haylee?
Mazemen is soupless noodles, or I guess it translates also to mixed noodles.
Right. So it's basically ramen without the broth, but there's a little different stuff in there. In terms of the type of seasoning and type of flavoring that they use. I think there's also, like, when we had it, there's like a lot of, like, I guess it's kind of like oil also in the bottom that they use for,
I
like,
think
the
it's
broth
like
kind of like flavor.
Goma, which is like sesame oil.
Oh, okay, so it's mostly goma. So and then they also give you a lot of goma or sesame seeds.
Yeah.
Like to grind on the top if you want to mix it,
Yeah,
and they give you
vinegar as well.
Yeah, so that it has that kind of option. And also if they have like egg, it reminds me a lot of like Japan when we went.
Yeah.
Because they have that like Jidori style egg on top.
Yeah,
like,
it's
really
very
orange and creamy.
really runny, and then basically so they serve it in a bowl, and then like nothing is mixed, but then you mix.
The waiter asks, "Have you had this before?"
Yeah, so they explain it to you like how you're supposed to eat it. So basically, they tell you that you have to mix the whole bowl really, really well to get like all the flavors and everything mixed, and then break the egg.
AKA Haylee had me mix the bowl really well while she recorded for the gram.
Yes.
So we're mixing. Then like it, because I think even like when we eat like Yoshinoya in Japan with the Jidori eggs that they give you, it's like when you mix, it just makes it more creamy. The consistency makes it like a lot more thicker, like the sauce.
Yeah, like the egg, it makes it more creamy, like because you can even eat like that kind of egg with rice, and that's it.
Right, and it's so good. And then I mean, with all the flavors combined, obviously this is gonna taste amazing. It's definitely different from like what you're probably used to in terms of ramen. But nonetheless, still good. Did it have chashu on it too? It did, right?
Yes.
So there's still chashu. It has like all the basic.
Yeah, it has like
stuff.
The soft boiled egg, chasu, the seaweed, and then like I think.
Then it's the difference
green
is
onions,
like the oil though, like the
oil.
goma oil, the sesame oil. But then also, the actual consistency of the ramen noodles itself, really good.
Yeah, it's thicker noodles.
It reminded me of sukemen like when
noodles,
Sojita and stuff, except it's a little bit more curly.
Yeah.
But it has like that really good chew, like a good bite, and it's thicker, a little bit, not udon thick, but like sukemen thick.
There's like different items on the menu, but we got the deluxe one, which is like
of
everything.
Course we did.
Yeah, it's like includes everything, which I should have asked for no fish flakes or like bonito flakes because it
had like it wasn't really flakes though, it was like a powder.
Yeah, bonito flake powder, like which I shouldn't have gotten because I don't like fish.
But I guess it was Haley's extra sensitive to anything fishy.
Yeah. So. I mean, like I scooped it off before we ate it, but I could still smell it. I don't know.
Oh, it's part of the flavor.
No. And then I also ordered the Mogu chicken. Wait, did we even say what the name of this place was?
Oh yeah. So this place is called
Mogumogu. And then
back to
and then I also ordered Mogu chicken, which is basically karaage, which is fried chicken.
Yeah. So I mean, that was like it was a basic like karaage basically.
Yeah. They also serve ramen there too, but then like they're known for their mazemen.
Right, because I mean, you could find ramen places everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure their ramen is really good too. I'll get it
next time. Yeah. And then, but nonetheless, this ramen is really good. Mazemen, right?
Mazemen.
So it's like maize, like a maze than men.
Mazemen, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, super good. The one we went to was in Costa Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
Since you know us by now, we're always in Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
We're always in Orange County.
Yeah.
But
they have good food places, that's why.
we were very surprised to find out that actually they had one way closer. They
Yeah.
had one right here, like near Sawtell, which is where, B Sweet is and all those good stuff, like where Sujita is too.
Yeah.
And it's like down Olympic, so it's not on Sawtell, but it's like basically
super
West
close
LA. It's
by,
like
yeah.
a few blocks away, still like 5 blocks or something. So those are the 2 main locations that we saw on the website. So definitely check it out. We just walked in, put our name on the. It was at night too. It was a weekend at night.
Yeah,
It
we
wasn't
maybe
super
waited
crowded.
like 10 minutes.
They had seats outside and then also
This
inside.
indoor
Since
dining.
indoor dining, thank God it's back.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot. And we're not too sure how the seating arrangement is in West LA, but
yeah.
definitely a lot of seats in Costa Mesa for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. It was such a good experience. It was really good. Like, I like the flavor. I'm still a sukamen guy.
Yeah.
I like my broth too.
I
so
still
ramen.
prefer ramen.
Yeah, but it was definitely, if you've never tried it before, it's worth the try to say at
Mhm.
least you've had it.
Yeah.
And at least we have something like that here, because I mean, I feel like it's more rare than even like sukamen. Like, you don't see these kind of spots with
Yeah.
like
I think
mazemen
this
or
is
the dry
first
ramen.
one.
Maybe no, sujita, the other one.
Oh, killer noodle.
Killer noodle, like, but that's like spicy and it has
Yeah.
what's that type of? It has like that numbing pepper.
Shinso pepper, maybe.
I don't. Some type of pepper where it numbs you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they have 2 levels, like spiciness level and numbness level,
Right.
and then it's insane. A lot of people like the numbing thing. I personally don't, because it's really weird. Because I like to feel all the food in my
It
mouth.
numbs your tongue.
But yeah, mazemen, and get the deluxe one if you want everything on it, which is it's decently priced too. I forgot the price, but it's your usual typical
Probably
like ramen prices.
$13, I don't know.
Yeah.
15 maybe.
So worth it. And then, or just get the ramen if you want.
Yeah.
We haven't tried it, but it's probably good.
Yeah, next time I want the ramen.
So check it out. Mogumogu, right?
Mogumogu.
Mogumogu. And with that said and done, Haley's specialty has entered the chat.
K-pop.
So what are we talking about?
BTS,
K-pop today.
of course.
Of course. Her specialty.
Yeah.
But what about BTS though?
So BTS recently released a new music video, but it's a Japanese song. So for BTS, they have a lot of like K-pop songs, obviously, but then they also are really well known in Japan. So they have Japanese versions of their most popular songs and a Japanese album. And then this is, I think, their 5th Japanese album that's gonna come out. When is it gonna come out?
Oh, so they're actually going to have an actual album for this release?
Yeah, the actual album is coming out on June 16th, and it's going to have 23 songs.
Holy shit.
It's
That's
gonna...
a lot of songs for K-pop
No, but
standards.
then it's going to be like their older Japanese songs.
Oh, that's so
as well
cool,
as like
though.
some new ones, but it's going to be on 2 CDs, they said. June 16th. And it's going to include all their Japanese hits from 2017 onwards.
Wow, have they had an actual... First off, before we get further, again, like we just did, what is the song called?
So their newest song is called Film Out.
And then what's the album called? Do you have the album name? Or there's no title?
There's no name.
Have they released...
Oh, no, wait. Just kidding. It's called BTS The Best.
No, I have no words for that either.
Yeah. That's the name of their Japanese album that's coming out.
So for the Japanese album, have they released like full on like long albums like this before, or is this like the first one? That's why they're including so many songs.
Yeah, I don't think it's been 23 songs. It's maybe like 8, 10
That's
songs.
still pretty decent.
Yeah.
That's more
Single albums maybe.
That's more than Rosie's Signal.
Yeah.
The 2 songs. That's
but
still
they're really
considered
good
an album.
songs though.
So yeah, Haley's
Soul
still listening
album.
to that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was cool. And then also, along with like the song releasing, they had a music video too, right?
Yeah.
So the music video released too.
Yeah, that literally came out yesterday.
From when we're filming this, so it's really, really recent.
Yeah, April 2nd it came out, so you can check it out on YouTube already. I was telling Joco that when I watched the music video, I was like, I think this one like connects with their what it's called a Bangtan Universe. So you know how we have like the Marvel universe? BTS actually has a universe as well.
Called the
Bangtan
Universe.
So BU Universe.
Because of Bangtan
Oh,
Boys. If you don't know what
BU, yeah.
BTS stand for,
Yeah.
which you should know.
Yeah, you should know by now. It's Bangtan.
Um,
So basically, like all their music videos from earlier on, they all connect in a storyline.
it's insane.
It
It's
goes
so
really
clear,
deep.
actually.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, the best way to do this though, there's a lot of people. I think there's a specific chick that on YouTube goes and explains all of the
Yeah.
like the whole timeline and the story,
Mhm.
and it's so insanely like in depth, and it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's like it deals with like Jin is almost like he's like the
Yeah,
protagonist,
he's the protagonist.
saving all the other members
Yeah.
because of a lot of things that are going on.
So basically, he time travels.
Yeah, so like it's kind of that's why it kind of gets confusing. But if you guys know one of our personal favorite songs by Jin, which is
Epiphany.
Epiphany. So Epiphany by Jin, like the music video, you'll see like it kind of goes backwards in a way,
Yeah.
which kind of represents like so like it's moving forward and he's like sad and emo and stuff.
Mhm.
But then when he goes outside in the rain, like there's a scene where like it like when it kind of reverses back and the
Yeah.
rain goes
The rain's
upward.
going up.
So it kind of represents the time travel effect in terms of him being able to kind of rewind and go back in time.
Yeah.
And there's like you really just need to watch the explanation because it's way better than my explanation.
Yeah.
But
If you
it's
search,
like a really cool story plot where it's like he kind of like saves everyone because there's a lot of different things happen to each member.
think of like
a story.
if you guys have seen Groundhog Day. So like if he is
Mm,
not
perfect.
happy with like
the outcome,
the outcome,
right?
he'll reset the day again.
Right. So he like is able to reset the timelines.
Yeah.
So,
like if something goes wrong, like if he's not able to save a certain
Right.
member, like the day will reset again and he'll get another chance to like be able to save that member.
which ties into the butterfly effect
Yeah.
because that will end up changing something in the next timeline when he goes and fixes something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. That's why it's almost like a domino like butterfly effect each time.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, but it's really cool because it's like you would just watch these music videos if you weren't really aware or thought about it,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, oh, okay, interesting. It's just dramatic, or like, oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
K-pop. Oh, K-pop, like another K-pop music video.
No, yeah,
but
they all connect.
It's really cool. Whoever like thought about this idea or
Oh,
produced
big
it,
hit.
or whoever behind like
Yeah.
this specifically like directed, because it's really interesting. I don't think every video is
No,
part of the
yeah.
Bangtan universe, but a majority of them are, and it's very surprising and really, really cool.
Yeah.
Which is why you need to just look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, just
Do you know the girl's name or no?
I
Or do you
don't
remember
know.
how she looks like or something?
I think it's like Celeste something. But then if you type in like BTS universe or like Bangtan Universe theories, hers is like the first one that pops up.
And it's really cool because I mean, after watching the newest video, it like she already uploaded something.
Yeah.
And we were kind of talking about it really briefly earlier,
Mhm.
and it makes so much sense. Like because you'll see if you watch the music video, like one of the big things to me was I remember seeing it and thinking, I'm like, this has to mean something. Is
Yeah.
when Jin opens up the door, and there's a lot of doors around him. Like he's like
Right.
in this like empty like area or space
Yeah,
full of like
space.
doors, like a
Yeah.
universe of doors. And then the lady was in the video explaining everything. What did she say? She said that like each one represents like each
A different
universe or
parallel
timeline.
universe that he has opened up in order to save them. So like he's
It's so
done it
cool.
multiple times. So there's like so many doors because like he's tried so many times to save like each member. And of course, like each time he wasn't like able to fulfill it. Like someone else would
Like something
die
bad
or
would
something
happen.
bad would happen. So he'd
Yeah.
have to like restart it again. But
And
each of those doors represent
the-
like he's
that's
different.
what so I think that's what blew my mind because like now we have because if you couldn't imagine it yourself,
Yeah.
especially people who are not used to it, especially who like don't watch like anime or like all these
Yeah.
crazy series and stuff that have like alternate dimensional
Yeah.
timelines and stuff. This is like a perfect visualization
Yeah.
of like exactly what's going on. Like
Right.
it represents it so well. Like each door is a different timeline, a different universe where something has happened that Jin has opened up,
Mhm.
and oh my god,
And
it's
then
so cool.
there's more to the music video too, like a big like what is it, like a symbol in those music videos are the what are those called, the one with the time?
What? Clock.
No, that thing with the sand.
Oh, hourglasses.
Hourglass. Gosh, I couldn't even think of the
Okay,
word.
so hourglass.
So that's a symbol in like a lot of their videos. So like you'll notice in some of it, like it's laying sideways, so that means like time has stood
Stopped.
still.
Right.
And then there's one where Jin had just entered the room and it was full and it was going
So
down. So like he had
just
just
started,
entered
right.
that parallel universe. And there's one scene
Flip
with
side.
Jungkook where it's like it's already down and like
it's about to.
it's
the
run
time is running
out.
in
So
that
then you'll
timeline
see
or
them
period.
like fade away. So like basically the time
It's
is
so
up.
cool. So
Yeah.
if you've checked out the video and you didn't really know about this kind of stuff going on, you should definitely kind of look more into it, because I think you'll just dive down this deep rabbit hole of like watching all these videos and be like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
is so cool. Like it's like the Marvel
There's a
universe.
storyline.
It's
So
an actual
basically, like the
story.
main storyline is that the BTS members are all classmates. Like they went to school together, and then like all these events started happening where like someone got injured or
Right.
like got sick, and then like Jin has to save them. Like one of them was suicidal, and he has to like go to their hotel room and like drag them out of a burning building.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it explains it. I mean, it's just really in depth. Like, it's hard to kind of go through everything. We're just kind of throwing out like the main kind of summary, so you kind of have an idea. So if
Yeah.
this is interesting to you, you should check it out. I mean, if you're a BTS fan, you should have already checked this out.
Yeah, and then I also want to add that there's actually a webtoon that relates to the music videos as well. So like if you want to read more in depth, if you go webtoon and like I think it's called Save Me, and then they have like a comic.
Right.
For
You wanna explain? I mean,
BTS.
yeah.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what a
Webtoon is basically like the Korean version of comics, basically,
So
or
it's-
like
it's
the
by
Korean
line.
version of manga.
So if you're familiar with Line, which is like, you know, the big texting application within like all of Asia, they have like a subsidiary which is like Webtoon,
Yeah.
which is like like an online comic thing that they have, and it's an application totally free.
Yeah.
So you could see and read a lot of different comics from Webtoons that have even some of these Webtoon comics have gotten so popular and big that they actually made anime adaptations for a few,
Yeah.
like God of High School.
Mhm.
But like Haley said, that there's the BTS one, the Bangtan one.
Yeah,
is crazy
it's called
'cause
Save Me.
it relates to this whole universe, this Bangtan universe, like with the music videos, and it kind of is an easier representation of kind of understanding. I think it like kind of plugs in the holes.
Yeah, it gives you more detail, like more in depth.
So
Yeah.
if you're a BTS fan, I know what you're going to be doing after this podcast.
You'll be
Good
like,
luck.
yeah, if you didn't know about it, now you should just watch those videos. I think there's like a hour-long video that explains all of it.
I watched it. She made me watch it, and I couldn't. I actually watched it because
Yeah,
so
it's super
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
So check it out, Bangtan Universe, and check out their new music video, which will kind of make you more interested and enjoy diving in that rabbit hole.
Yeah, have fun.
So I mean, with that said, that's enough for K-pop, because I think we could probably talk a lot about this, but
Yeah.
we'll let you guys handle that from that's your own homework for now. No gaming news or gaming information. Like, there will be some soon, but no gaming
Yeah.
stuff today again. But you know what that means? Anime time.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna be talking about today, as you can tell, I'm smiling, or you can hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
I'm all
he's
giggly like a little girl.
Super excited about this anime.
My like guilty pleasure favorite like genre, as I said before, is like rom-com, like slice of life,
Shoujo.
shoujo, and harem. So this is everything all in one again, and it's actually a more recent anime series. Season 2 just finished with this whole batch of anime seasons that are just finishing up, like with Horimiya and, you know, Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1 just finishing up.
Yeah.
So season 2 is just finishing up for this one, and it is called The Quintessential Quintuplets. Oh yes, so good. Oh my girls.
Oh gosh.
But it's, I mean, I recently just actually got into the series, and I had binge watched season 1 and then was finally finished with that, and I actually caught up to season 2 like when it was still airing. Love it. Such a good series. It's so much fun and entertaining. It's like it's a harem. Basically, this one guy who's really smart does really well in school. Of course, it's another high school setting.
Of course.
It's like shonen, you know, so high school. And then there's as I said, quintuplets. There's 5 sisters that are not that smart when it comes to academics in school. So they're very well off, and then their father hires a tutor, and guess who the tutor is?
The boy.
Of course. So Futaro is the tutor, ends up being the tutor for all 5 of them. Thing is, they're not interested in studying. Even on the first day of school for one of the quintuplets, that didn't get on a good foot with Futaro already. So they're like bumped heads. So she doesn't like him. The other 4 like meet him and like don't care about him either, because it's like he's our tutor.
Yeah.
We don't want to study. Like as soon as they get home or get to their home, it's like they're all doing their own thing. They don't want to study. Like each one represents like a different, like I feel like each of them is a different classification of a female heroine in each like type of anime. Because the oldest one is Ichika, and she's like the more mature. Like everyone likes her because she's like really nice. She's like easily approachable, relatable. She's like seems like the most normal one, and she's very mature and like is able to talk well. Then you have the next one in line, which is Nino, which is like she's like the tsundere.
Yeah.
Like she's like she could be the bitch of the group, but she's not. I don't want to say bitch because after the second season, it's like she's not really a bitch. She's just overprotective, and that's just how she is.
Yeah.
You know. And the middle one, my personal favorite, Miku. Hashtag Team Miku. And she's like she's kind of more like introverted, always like more quiet, super cute though. I think that's why I really like how she is. But she's like really nerdy and into like like all these like old era like Japanese like stuff.
Oh really?
Like yeah, like you know those like different like the feudal lords and all that kind of stuff. So that's like her guilty pleasure. And she always has like she's always known for the headphones around her head. The 4th youngest one is Yotsuba. I really like her too. She has not as short hair as the oldest one, but she has like it's up to like your shoulders, and she has like the most different colored of the hair. All of them are kind of like a hue of like red, purple-ish kind of thing, and pink. But hers is definitely more orange. Like you could tell the difference. Hers is orange, and she has that little like bunny ear, like you know, the headband thing going on.
Usagi.
And she's she's the voice actress for a lot of different rom-coms I watch, so I'm like an even bigger fan of her. Like she's the voice actress for like Yui from Snafu. So I was like, I really recognize her voice. I was like, oh my god. And it's all of these voice actresses I can't think off the top of my head, and I'm recording with my phone, which is what you're watching in, so I can't look it up right now. All of them are like big voice actresses, like have big parts in other different anime series. It's really cool. Last but not least, it's Itsuki, and that's like the main heroine. It seems like that's what the anime is making you focus on. She's the one that bumped heads and met the protagonist first when the series started, and like bumped heads kind of thing. Like they kind of are irritated of each other, but it seems like that's like the one that they're trying to make you like and is supposed to be with the protagonist, but. After season 2, still don't know. All I know is it was nice to see a lot of Miku again. Yeah. Season 2. In season 2, I think it was a big change from season 1. And season 1 was great already. Season 2, it started established. Because first off, season 1 is like, they didn't like each other. So they're trying to become like friends first. Like they're trying to tolerate each other. Second season is more where the romance is starting to come in. Like feelings and kind of more of that stuff. And I love the fact, I told you, I've said this before, Futaro is not one of those protagonists who's like kind of just oblivious to everything going on. He actually, you find out like through the second season, end of second season, like that he's kind of has a feeling and that, you know, some of the, like the girls like him. Right. And has probably established his own feelings, but, you know, they didn't really talk about it more. And that's why I like Futaro, because he's not dumb. Like, first off, he's literally book smart. Second off, he's not like a blockhead who doesn't know what's going on. He's not oblivious. He knows, he kind of has an idea of what's going on. So I love that. And I love all of the girls. Like they're all fun and cool and entertaining and pretty in their own ways. So I like Miku at the top, then literally second is all of them. Like I can't choose like an actual order after Miku. Haley hasn't watched it.
No.
Will you watch it?
No.
Why not?
I'm not interested in those kind of animes. The only shoujo I watch is Horimiya. And I guess My Love Story.
Oh,
and
you gotta watch this one.
I'm good.
All your friends will tell you to watch this.
It's fine.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't feel like watching it.
Well, okay. Well, I will do my best to keep trying to convince her. And great news is season 3 confirmed. They confirmed it, but it's not going to be till next year. Sometime in 2022. I don't know if they said winter or like when exactly it is, but we got to wait.
Is there a manga?
And there's, of course, yeah, there's a manga. I'm not going to read it because I'm enjoying the anime series a lot, and I don't want to, kind of spoil anything. I want to just see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically, I didn't even say, and the first scene is like him marrying what we believe is one of the quintuplets.
It shows like the future.
Like, kind of like a marriage scene, but then we don't know which one it is. And even if they show the hair color, it's like all of them kind of have the same hair color when they were kids, and maybe like order is kind of different, so they can always change it. So we're not sure. Hopefully the third season we find out, because second season we're getting closer, but nothing yet. So I'm still hanging on in the red. It's like they're dangling that carrot, and it works. It works very well. Hashtag Team Miku again. So that's my recommendation. That's what I want to talk about. I can't wait till season 3 again when I get to talk about this again.
It'll be a while still.
You have no words, huh?
No, I have no words. Sorry, I'm more into like...
Horimiya's ending. You want to talk about that? Are you sad about that?
I am, but I'm still more upset that he cut his hair. Oh, I mean, yeah. That he doesn't have long hair anymore.
And we haven't watched... I think the last episode
yeah, I haven't
already.
Watched it yet.
But we'll check it out after this podcast probably, huh?
Yeah. I'm more into like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia.
Attack on Titan's been doing well. It's crazy that they dropped that bomb. That the second part of the final season is not till like a year from now.
Yeah, it's winter 2022. But the thing is, like, I'm glad that they're doing that, because when they released this final season, it just seemed like that was it. Like, this is gonna be it. That's the end. But then they're like, haha, it's like there's gonna be a second part to the finale.
I just thought they were just gonna keep going, like continuing it, like into this next season and then finish it. But yeah. I guess they need more time to draw, because they still go all out.
Yeah, I mean, like, they keep up like with the manga, like scene by scene, basically. Right. It's
so well. You read the manga, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But I've already seen like spoilers from the manga.
Plus because you're always on Instagram and people. Yeah. All those people are always posting stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it's like the manga panels that they're posting. I'm like, dang it.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
So at least your butt is prepared.
I know, yeah. For some of it, anyway.
For the rest of the season. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Quintessential Quintuplets. Check it out. Don't be like Haylee. Check it out. It's so good. Oh, Team Miku. Hashtag Team Miku. Always. For life.
Oh
hearts.
God.
This kind of heart. These hearts. Hearts all around. And then also check out the Bangtan Universe with also their new song. What's the new song again?
Film Out. Japanese.
BTS. Check it out. Yes, it's in Japanese. You're not crazy if you think it doesn't sound like Korean. It's because it's in Japanese.
I feel like they sing well in Japanese, though.
They do. I think they probably sing and speak Japanese way better than their English.
Right. Oh yeah, of course.
And yes, that's English with an R.
Yeah. Well, they've gotten better.
And then the Mazemen.
Mogumogu
Mazemen. So check it out whenever you're here around LA, Orange County, Southern California, and we'll probably see you around there. And animunchiesla@gmail.com. Again, like, subscribe, hit that follow button wherever you listen to this podcast, or if you watch this podcast on YouTube. Always appreciated. And we will see you guys in the next episode. As always, peace.